سلام دوستان، امیدوارم که حالتون خوب باشه. بعد 13 سال در نهایت سملک بازی الن ویکتور رو عرضه کرد و امروز یعنی ساعتی پیش بازی عرضه شد و میخوایم با هم بریم بازی رو تجربه کنیم و لذت ببریم ازش. خب ما وارد بازی میشیم. این که منوی اصلی بازیه. ما نیو گیم رو میزنیم. حالا ما 3 تا درجه سختی داریم: استوری، نورمال، هارد. فعلا ما روی استوری بازی میکنیم، ببینیم بازی از چه قراره. خب ما یه دونه کارتسین بازی رو داریم، ردش کنیم. بله، آلن رو میبینیم. بعد 13 سال آلن رو روی یه دونه گرافیک خیره کننده میبینیم. بازی پیشرفت زیادی کرده، همونطور که از چهره آلن دیدید. داستان نسخه دومش در مورد آلن دیگه. FBI میفته دنبال این قضایا، ببینه این اتفاقاتی که پیش اومده توی برید فال و اینا چجوری بوده، چی شده. سملک حسابی میخواد با این بازی مخ ما بله یا خدا لخته، این چه کاریه؟ بله، گرافیک خیره کننده رو میبینیم. بله، لخت مادرزاده. جریان چیه؟ این دیگه کیه؟ این دیگه کیه؟ بذار ببینم این کیه؟ آقا ما اینو نمیشناسیم. فکر کردم اول فکر کردم آلنه. حالا نمیدونم چه جوریه سر از اینجا در آورده. من خود صورتشو ندیدم، نمیدونم اصلا کیه. بذار ببینم، نمیذاره صورتشو ببینم. کیان اینا؟ چرا قوی گرفتن؟ آه خدا، عجب محیطی. به گرافیک هم که فوق‌العاده عالی. بزرگوارم که لخت مادرزاده. عجب سر و صدایی میدیس. یا خدا چی بود؟ تو سر و صدایی هم میاد. نه سر و صدایی. آخ صدای وزش باد و درختا و گل و یا اینا چقدر قشنگه. یا خدا. آخ اون دیگه چی بود؟ بچه زره ترک شدی، چه کار میکنی؟ یا خدا، این دیگه چی بود؟ ببینم میدوه؟ نه نمیدوه. جریان این لختی چیه؟ بریم ببینیم چی به چی. چرا لخته آخه؟ لختی این کاراکتر اول بازی، کاراکتر اصلا نمیدونم کیه این. لختی این توی این بازی. حالا این تو چند تا کشور. یا خدا، این دیگه چیه بچه؟ لختی این تو این بازی یهو میبینی تو چند تا کشور ممنوعش میکنن. حتی کشورهای مسلمان ها. صداهایی میاد بعد. اینا دیگه چیه؟ آقا اینا دارن دنبال ما میان، بذار ما فرار کنیم. ایبرم هستن. زدش یا خدا. بودو. تیر میزنی؟ بله تیر میزنی. اینو این برم. نه اینجا نیستم. گرفتش یا خدا. کشتش. یا خدا کشتنش. ای دهنتون سرویس. گرفتن؟ بله. اینا از این شیطان پرست اینا چیه؟ شیطان پرست چیه؟ یه چیزایی میگیم ها. شیطان پرست میگن دیگه، نمیدونم حالا ازم. What the fuck چی ها؟ کشته شد. چی شد؟ شکم این بدبخت رو شکافتن و قلبشان گذاشتن اون کنار سرش. عجب کار وحشتناکی. الان ویک 2. بعد بازی از اینجا میخواد شروع بشه.
Hey kiddo, how are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
سلامت باش.
Oh my God, Mom, it's not your fault. People get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
مردم گم میشن، نمیدونم چه اتفاقی داره اینجا میفته. دیگه اینا میبرن قلب در میارن، میکشن، معلوم نیست چیکار دارن میکنن. این چی بود دیگه رو تصویر میاری بابا؟ نه چی من تو ایکس باکس رو داشت نشون میده. بله جناب سملیک رو میبینیم اینجا.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
معذرت میخوام آقا. بله سملیک اینجا کارگاه هم. سملیک اینجا چی کاره هست نمیدونم. خب فعلا که جناب سملیک رو میبینیم اینجا. اینم که همونطور که طبق اطلاعات قبلی بازی داده بود اینا سارا اندرسونه، یکی از کارهای FBI.
Time to get to work.
وقت کار کردنه.
A deputy was supposed to be
بله
here to
جناب
show us to
سملک
the
داره
crime
کافی
scene.
میخوره با خدا داشت بخور
There's
نوش
the car,
جونت
so where's the
عشق منی
deputy?
داداش عشق منی
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
تو تورن یک اینویشن
Worth memorizing.
بریم اینجا ببینیم این نقشه این مپ این که ما اینجاییم ما اینجاییم اینجایه
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
بله محیط قشنگی بله بازی نسل نهم واقعا کنسولای نسل نهم این بازی ها رو میتونن اجرا کنن هر دیگه نسل 8 به این کیفیت نمیشه میبینید شما حالا توجه کنید روی پیسی که خب 100% مسلما کیفیت بازی خیلی بالاتره ما بریم مأمور پلیس رو میبینیم بریم باهاش صحبت کنیم ساگا اندرسون ببخشید میگفتم سارا اندرسون یا ساگا اندرسون این اسمش
I just figured that, you know, that, federal agents right here, Thornton.
اسم این شخصیت ساگا اندرسونه نه سارا اندرسون
He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
آخرش اجازه دادی رچیم خیلی مالی بریم ببینیم یه سرگوشی رو بریم ببینیم از چه قراره جریانا اتفاقاتی که اومده چی بوده چی شده
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case.
اینجا جاییه که فکراشو میکنن کاراگاه دیگه
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
این آدمایی که گم شدن و اینم دنبالشون داره میگه همین گم کردن اینم که میشه نقشه است اینم که کیس بورده
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
جناب سملک که مامور اپیای کار اونجا نمیدونی چی کاره.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
شوخی میکنم با هم دیگه.
You okay to jump
منم
down?
کارم.
I'm not that old.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan? Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I
چرا من
take it.
فکر میکنم این
That's
پلیسه
me, at your service, ready to get this case
یه
solved.
مشکلی
And the body's
داره
behind the store.
یه جوری
Come
رفتار
on, I'll
کردن.
show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool.
آه
Running
FBI.
down psycho serial
So
killers
cool.
and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
چه بالا
Those are real?
میده.
You guys hiring?
بعدی قاتل سریالی رو پیدا کنیم.
Shall we?
بله جناب سم میگه فقط
This is the
نشون
scene
بده
of the
ببینیم چی به
crime.
چیه.
We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know.
آهای
Procedures.
بنده خدا بود که همون اولش اومدیم بالا. بله لخت مادر داده.
You owe me a coffee.
Okay.
بله همه
Let's start by
چیشم که
examining
بیرونه،
this
همه
Zabala.
چیشم که دیده میشه.
Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
همه چیش بیرونه. یه چیزایی میگم آه.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
بله پرونده جدید تشکیل داد. میخواد روی این پرونده تحقیق کنه. اینجا توی ذهنشیم الان. برگردیم بیرون ببینیم چیه دیگه میتونیم پیدا کنیم. ببینم مکانیک بازیش جالبه.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
اینا رو باید روی
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo
ضربینا
straps
کلیک
holding it
کنیم.
down. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. think, Saga. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
خب ببخشید. The victim, the killer. چی نوشتیم؟ killer. The killer, the victim.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
دنبال سرنخ داریم میگرده.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
دالک حرف بزن با یکی حرف بزن. Find evidence. بله این مال اینجاست.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is
صدای
Nightingale. He was FBI.
آب و اینا
Came
رو
to town about
میشنوید
13
چقدر
years ago.
قشنگه.
I haven't heard a word about him since.
آدم لذت میبره
Until
صداش.
now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You
Gosh.
probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head. Chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it. had to review
چه
the
باید
clues.
کنیم؟ اینجا رو که گشتیم، سرنخ ها رو اینجا پیدا کردیم. اون جای دیگه باید بریم الان. اشتباه میکنم. این دستم هم که اینجا مونده. بریم تو این اتاقا ببینیم چه خبره. میره تو اتاقا نه؟ بله.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. This mug always cheers me up.
آه. not more small. ببخشید.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA
میشه یکم
for
کم
13
خوابیدیم.
years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off.
دنبال
But somebody's
سرنخ میگرده ببینه چه اتفاقاتی توی الان
This
توی
wasn't
اون
some
داستان
random act of
نسخه اولش
violence.
هم افتاده اینا.
This was a
پرونده های
ritual.
اون موقع رو داره نگاه
A
میکنه ببینه
Nightingale
چه
component.
خبره.
They
توی این
didn't see him as a
13
person,
سال چه
more
اتفاقاتی
like a
اینجا پیش
container for
اومده.
something.
میخواد کلا در از همه چی در بیاره و ببینم بیاره جزء سرنخ‌های جدید.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the
من
lake.
ارتباط دارم.
Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
کیسی؟ امریک اسمش کیسیه؟
This one of
کیسی
your
بود؟
hunches,
چی بود؟
Anderson?
نفهمیدم.
Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter.
چیزی سر در آوردی اندرسون اینجا چه اتفاقاتی
waiting for
افتاده؟
him.
بله
When
سر
you're
در
ready, I'd
آوردیم.
love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure.
نمیدونم جدیدن
It's
چرا
not that
حرفا رو قاطی
complicated.
میکنم. چرا من حرف وقتی
Nightingale was
میزنم
out in the woods alone at
یه
night.
چیزی میگم
Possibly nude.
یه چیز دیگه
The
میاد رو
killers knew he
زبونم.
was
مثلا
here. Ambushed him.
خیلی عجیبه.
Dragged him to
خیلی
the
بدم
campgrounds.
میاد.
Strapped him to the table. Cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find. Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies. A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here? I need to head back. There's another lunchbox.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place. I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must get it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of Al murder. Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter. Can't go any further. Water's too deep. Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Rich, bittersweet cancer. Get in the coffee world.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my...
Oh, dear.
I mean, our...
Cute.
We'll be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days. It's a nice little local sheriff.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Calder Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. Don't
Excuse
take your
me.
mind off things.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Hi.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
Once was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
I need a tool to get this open. It won't open.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Hey. Who else to keep this city clean if not I? Who else to protect its citizens from the dangers of unsanitary conditions? Trash, garbage, refuse. Disappear.
Good afternoon.
doesn't budge.
Hey, how are you doing?
Enjoy your day.
I can't force it open.
Be allowed at this year's bake sale. That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat May. Setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update.